Awesome. So today is really a very interesting day because I promised I was going to bring Coach Kingsley, to come and have, some a little chit chat between the two of us, for your sake, so that we can have an idea who is coming to, coach you on freelancing on Fiverr. And then I have some critical questions here lined up that I want to ask him so he could, answer live, and then so everyone can benefit. So, good morning, Kingsley. Really nice to meet you. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning, Coach. Which one? I'm good. Yeah, today is good. It's nice to meet you too.
Okay, great, great, great. So, I've been talking a lot to my audience, my students, about even my community, about you. I've done a landing page. I've really done some emails where I've mentioned, oh, there's a Coach Kingsley coming to talk to you about Fiverr and all that. And then I even shared my story. I've written like two books about my journey as a freelancer. And for those who have gone through my books, they know that I started on Fiverr. I started on Fiverr in 2018. I think January 29, I found out about Fiverr through an article I read. And then by February 3rd, between that 29th and February 3rd, I was able to set up my seller profile on Fiverr. And then I was able to get my first gig on Fiverr. You would not believe the first gig I got. It was a $5 gig to help an American lady write the About Us section of her pet blog. And I was so excited. My wife was like, what's so exciting about $5? Yeah, you have no idea. I believe this is the roadmap to my success because before then, I had been writing books. I'm a Yali fellow. I wrote the money they gave us at the Yali program. I took all those dollars and published 1,000 copies of a book that is still in my store today. They didn't sell because, as we all know, nothing sells where you put it in a book for Africans. I hope that's changing now because we need to read because readers are leaders. But today is not about me. It's about Coach Kingsley, who, at some point I left Fiverr and I went on Upwork. So today I pride myself as an Upwork coach, but I cannot, bring myself to say I'm a Fiverr coach because it's been almost like 1 or 2 years. I post all my gigs on Fiverr, but I was able to bring my friend and someone who is really doing amazing stuff on Fiverr to be your Fiverr coach. The whole essence of what we're doing at FQ is to make sure that every African who is serious about their life, about their career, about their future, will be able to learn and earn on our space. And in the period of just 1 year, we've been able to train over 400 students, and about 100 plus of these students are earning on Upwork. So we want to do this same magic, if it's magic. We want to do this same magic on Fiverr, and that's why we've brought someone. We have a balance in FQ Academy. Say follow who know road. So I'm not the one who knows the road in Fiverr. It's Coach Kingsley, and he will be taking you through that. So I have a couple of questions for you, Coach Kingsley. So, and I'm sure my audience are itching to hear your answers to each of these questions. Question number one is, how did you hear about Fiverr and when did you join? Just tell us a little about your Fiverr story.
Well, my first story began in university. I think in my last final year, I got
Oh,
introduced then by a friend. Yeah, but what happened was I think that was 2015.
mhm.
I had projects in my mind. I had a lot of things in my mind. Fiverr was the last thing on my mind, so I didn't take it serious.
Mhm.
So I just, breathed in, created a few gigs. It wasn't working, so I paused and I left.
Mm,
Then late 2016, when I was doing my internship,
mm.
yeah, I met a friend. Yeah, so he was doing well on Fiverr. He just started and was doing well. And he told me that there's something we can actually do together. May bring up money. And I was like, what is it? He told me the Fiverr. I said, oh, okay. I had one account then, but I don't know if it's still active. I'll just need to look at it again.
Yeah.
So I went back in, I checked the account has been blocked. Fiverr gives you, I think 3 months. If you're not active on they deactivate your account, they pause your account or they
Oh,
disable it totally.
okay. I wasn't even
And
aware of
if you
that.
don't verify, yeah,
Okay.
if you don't verify, if you don't verify, then I didn't verify, I just waited, I didn't verify. I wasn't really
Okay.
serious about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he gave me he showed me tips, but he practically set up everything for me and everything. He did it, he showed me how to go through it. how everything was going to go and how to create gigs, how you talk to clients, the tone. It just puts me through everything. And it was a nice experience because after then, I now knew what I was supposed to know. The last, my first friend introduced it to me that he didn't tell me. But this one
Yeah,
took
yeah.
his time, walked me through the whole process, and ensured that I had a good landing to start off with. So basically, that was it.
Cool stuff. So you started basically 2016.
Yeah, yeah, late 2016.
Oh, okay. So and then you heard about Fiverr from a friend in your final
Yes,
year.
yes,
Awesome.
yeah.
So thank you for that answer. So that brings us to question number two. Question number two says, how long before clients ordered your first gig? Questions like these are top notch, are top of mind for my clients. Like, sorry, students, they're always coming like, sir.
Sure,
And when I
sure.
have some, that's why I think I had to cram. I had to cram the date and say, okay, January 29, I started on Fiverr. February 3, if I said it so much, I can say it in my sleep. January 29, I started on Fiverr. February 3rd, I got my first gig. And on Upwork, I think it took me, I don't know, maybe like a week and stuff like that. So students want to know. It's not like the time you start yours will determine when they start theirs, but they just need
Definitely.
something for inspiration. So how long before clients ordered your first gig on Fiverr?
And well, when I started, I didn't have a coach. I wasn't experienced. I just went on. I had the skill, so definitely I just did something I know I could do. But one thing about Fiverr, people should know is a professional platform, yeah.
Mhm.
And whatever digital skill you think you want to offer people, there are
Mhm.
tons of people already offering it. So the
Right.
difference between you and the next person is how professional you can deliver on what they ask you to do. So then I was just okay. I was still trying to play around on my skills and see how good I could be. So it took me a while. It took me 2, 3 months to get my
Awesome.
first gig, and that gig was to create, I think, just a logo.
Okay.
Yeah, a random logo from a picture, which I had to withdraw the trace rather and get
Oh,
up. So get about 2, 3 months.
mhm. I remember my sister, because like I think me on Upwork, it took me like a week. My sister did not even start on Fiverr at all. I just brought her straight to Upwork. And while it took me like a week or less to get a job on Upwork, it took her a month, a whole month before she got her first gig on Upwork. But today she's a freelance millionaire. I mean, like, what if she had given up before the 1 month elapsed? So consistency is key. Once you come into, once you
Yeah,
decide, right, in your mind that you want to be a freelancer, it's not something you just come in, try once, twice, and leave. It's something that you have to be like, you have to burn your bridge. How do you burn your bridge? Don't have alternatives
sure.
that, oh, if freelancing doesn't work, I'll go back to farming, or I'm going to go back to 9 to 5, I'm going to go back and look for a job. When you have that kind of mindset, most likely you will still go back and look for that job because there are going to be a lot of stones thrown to you trying to get you out of the freelance system. And of course, if you let the devil win over you, then that's it. But you must go in with a mindset like, look, I've burnt all my bridge. It's either freelancing or freelancing. So when you have that kind of mindset, then definitely success is waiting. So, and as you have seen,
Yeah,
I
sure.
got my first gig on Upwork 1 week. It took my sister like a month. Now Kingsley is saying that it took him, 2 to 3 months. Although he didn't have a lot of direction from a coach, but still, it took 2, 3 months before he could get his first gig. And I've shared his results. This is someone that's made millions upon millions as a freelancer. What if anytime within those 90 days or thereabout, he just stopped in his tracks and like, no, this is not for me? Then today you won't be having this session. You won't be the one coming to teach you. So consistency is key.
Sure.
That's what I wanted to hit home before I go to the third question. So third question says, and by the way, Coach Kingsley, you're doing well with the answers. Thank you.
Thank
Question
you.
number three says, what was it like making your first million on Fiverr? Everybody wants to hammer, right? So, and everybody wants to, even Warner Boy said he wants to keep looking for money. After all, Dangote is still looking for money, right? So, and
Yes, sir.
everybody wants to become a millionaire. So, what was it like making your first million? What happened around that? What was the gig that make you hit a million? Or just tell us the 1 million naira story.
Well, I think my first 1 million was made from making stationery set branding, basically.
Okay.
And I realized that okay, then the people are not really offering branding much in Fiverr. Then people are offering logos, stationery sets. People were not really offering branding. Branding means
Branding.
creating a whole portfolio, like the logo,
Yeah.
the business card, everything
Uh-huh.
basically.
Letterhead
So
and
I
what
got
have you.
into that, yeah, all of that. So I got into that niche and I realized that okay, people are not much. Let me see if I can capitalize on this, at least for
Mm.
the time being.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did that for like 6 months, and in less than 3 months, I made 1 million. And
Wow.
it was very funny because when I even withdrew the money, I didn't even know it was 1 million until I converted it to naira.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
dollars
yeah,
have a way
it's
of
actually
deceiving us. It has a way of,
I'm
because it's
telling you,
small. It looks like what's 3,000. $3,000 looks like 3,000 naira, right? Until you go to the Aboki.
yeah,
It just reminds me of this
definitely.
funny song. I don't know who sang it, who says that Aboki cannot even change his dollars. Do you remember that song? Kingsley?
I can't remember.
He
But
said,
it was an
yeah,
amazing experience. It was really an
yeah.
amazing experience.
Wow. I mean, like making 1 million and you are working from home. You don't have to commute to
Yeah,
work. You didn't have to jackpot to anywhere. Right here in Nigeria, and you're doing that. That was really amazing.
yes.
So you had that, branding. So instead of just saying I want to be a logo designer, I want to make posters. Why not pitch clients to do the full branding work for them? That way, one single client, you can be working for that client for a long time. You can be their brands guy and doing so
So
much for them for one client. Okay, so nice one. So question number four says, why did you accept the invitation to coach FCube students despite your busy schedule and being a freelance millionaire already? So this question, let me put it to perspective. You know, we try to make a lot of friends in the freelance space who are doing well. We try to bring them in to come and add value to our students. And we know that the number one thing is that if you are successful, you're busy. I have this
sure,
barber.
definitely.
I have this place where I barb. I have to drive from my estate. In my estate, there are about 3, 4 places where you can barb. I will leave that 3, 4 places. I would almost travel. It's like a 3-minute drive. What am I saying? 3 minutes. It's like a 5 minutes drive to go to my barber. When I even get to the barber shop, there are about 5 people who barb, but I will wait for that one person. So even if that one, and funny enough, it seems it's not only me that found out about that one person. So we usually queue. We usually queue behind that one barber. Whereas the other 4 barbers are saying, come now, come now, come now. And I, no, we're not coming anything. We'll wait for this one barber to finish. So, successful people are busy. So calling on you, I know we had to do a lot of back and forth before you were even be able to make it here. But what even made you agree to come in and help uh, our students? We know it's not money because I mean, how much can we pay a millionaire? So, what is it that brought you here to say, okay, I want to give off? And some people are selfish, right? You know something you don't want to share. You feel like, if I share this thing, if everybody is doing it now, that's the end of my business. So especially Africans, we have that belief system that when you know something, chop and claim out and all that. So what made you, when I made the call, what made you decide that, okay, I want to do this, I want to come and share of my experience, and there's a possibility that, these guys can come and even saturate the market too. Why did you even decide to take up this challenge to come in and help the students? We just want to know.
Well, I feel the global world is big enough for everybody. I think is I've never had a mindset of being the only one to want to make. That's never been my forte. But what
Mm,
I know I have always have is being able to make people financially free. That's something I enjoy because
mm,
the truth is you're living in a world where things are difficult and it's not
yeah,
easy coming
especially in
from a
Nigeria, things
background
are
where
things are tough.
yeah from a background where you're fend for yourself. So it was something I've always wanted to do, help people, but I've not had
Mm.
a platform to be able to
Oh,
do it. Now this has given me a platform where I can tell people my story, inspire them, and also make them make a living for themselves. Why not? Why instead of the whole stress of looking for a job, trying to,
mm,
you can be on your home, do something creative for yourself, and allow people be amazed at what you can do, and also pay you for it. So it's
mhm.
a win-win if you ask me. So that's why I decided to go on this journey with FQ Academy because I know working with them would I'll be able to touch people, empower people, and at the end of the day, make people happy and live better.
Awesome. If I were to give you a score, I will give you 10 over 10. Like, I don't know why I'm calling musicians today. What's my problem today? Like this guy, what's that guy's name? Uh, This 10 over 10 Shikena guy. Anyway, so
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. So we are drawing to a close. So far, so good. Question number 5 is, what should F-Cube students expect from your coaching? I think this is one of the most important questions. So in a couple of days or weeks from now, they will engage you live. They will have so many questions in their minds. They would look up to you to give them direction on how they can succeed. By the time you share your story with them, of which I've even already shared a large part of it, how you made your millions as a graphic designer or branding person, they want to be like you. They want to. So, what should FQ students expect from your coaching when you come in to engage them?
Well, I feel first and foremost, I want to just tell everyone that wants to engage in the Fiverr course that, as you have said earlier, is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is one thing I know. No matter what you do in freelance, sometimes it can be frustrating, but trust me,
Very,
you
very.
just need to hold on and keep doing what you're doing. If you're good at what you're doing, trust me, you would excel. So what I'll be teaching them are tips to make it easier. When I started, it wasn't easy. Trust me, I didn't know a lot. I
Mm.
learned on default from mistakes, from past errors and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
I will try as much as possible to teach them tips they would use to improve their gigs, sell
Mm-hmm.
better, and avoid mistakes generally. Because yes, in a freelance space, if you don't know, if you don't have the right information, you may make a
Mm.
mistake that may cost you millions.
Yeah,
That's
true,
the truth. I've made mistakes that cost me millions.
true.
But again, all I want to do here is make them make that million as fast as they can, and
Mm-hmm.
also encourage them to keep going. Because and also I want to make this known to them that as much as you think that freelance doesn't make money, it does. It makes millions for people.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you need to improve your skill.
Your
Don't
game,
be
yeah.
don't stay on one skill and say, okay, this is what I want to do. No, you have to
Mm.
improve. I
Mm.
came into Fiverr learning just logo, but at the end
Okay.
of the day, I'm very good with branding.
Mm.
Now I'm very good with Microsoft packages. Like I can do anything I want to do on Word, on
Mm.
PowerPoint, on
Mm.
Excel. On so you just need to go out there and make the best of
Upskills.
yourself. So I'm
Mm.
actually here to really here to teach them as much as they can learn to make them good on Fiverr, more proficient, and make money.
Awesome. 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 Okay, so I am on to the very last question, but a question jumped into my head. So let me ask that question before the final question. I know me and you we discussed
No
at some
problem.
point. We know that there are skills. I think one of the top skills people should pick up and be able to engage and give their best is copywriting and graphic design. And I think one time I was discussing with you about starting a program, a program where next year, maybe January, if we get enough students signed up, where we can teach people how to design using Canva, maybe on their mobile phone.
Sure.
I think one of the many
Yeah.
challenges that students have right now is that they don't have a laptop. And if we tell them to wait till laptop comes, it may never. So
Yeah.
let's
Sure.
start. I believe that instead of making excuses, people should make money. Don't make money. Don't make
Definitely.
excuses, make money. So there are skills that you can do on your phone and raise some money, even if it's a fairly used mini laptop. I mean, at all, I'm bad. So if you can work with your phone, your smartphone, get some money, maybe add to it from your savings and get like maybe a fairly used mini laptop. From fairly used mini laptop, you can jump to a new one, upgrade to a new one, and then get a proper laptop. You would not
Yeah.
believe the laptop I used to start my freelancing on Fiverr. It was a wedding gift.
Same
It
here.
was it was a wedding gift.
Mine was a project laptop, and trust me, that laptop
Okay.
frustrated my life. But one thing I know at the end of the
Yeah,
day is I told
yeah.
myself that I'm going to be better someday, and I'm going to make
Hmm.
good out of myself. So it doesn't matter
Yeah,
why I started. Yeah, it doesn't matter why I started. I started with a laptop that was frustrating, literally. Like you'll be working and the laptop will just go off.
go
You have to
off.
start again from beginning. Ah no, it was crazy. But then
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
here we are. At least
yeah.
we're
So
better than where we started. So
yeah, so
it's more about determination. I know how to start it
hmm.
though.
Hmm. Okay, so that's it. So we are going to try and see if we can get enough, if we can gain enough traction, if we have enough students, and you guys watching us, either live or later, if you guys come to me and let me know you're really interested in learning this graphic design stuff, we have a critical mass of students, then I will bring in Coach Kingsley. Who better to teach you graphic design than someone who's used graphic design to make millions on Fiverr? So, we'll bring him on. So what we're just trying to do is anything and everything we can do to help you monetize online, because that's where the world is going. The world is going digital.
Sure.
I in my book, Freelance Millionaire, that I wrote, I said money has changed location, or money has relocated. In fact, money has jackpot. And guess where money has jackpot to? Money has jackpot online. So
Sure.
if you're still looking for money in that 9 to 5 job where they're paying you 35,000, I have, my wife has an accounting background, but her passion is teaching. So I not told her, okay, go and get some, gain some experience teaching. So just within my estate, she signed up to teach at a school, and they're paying her. They were, because I eventually told her to leave. So, but while she was there, they were paying her 35,000 per month. And this my wife will have to wake up as early as 5 a.m., be there by 7. And if you're in Abuja during the Hamatan, you know what it
Yeah,
means.
exactly.
Get out by
Terrible.
5, wake up 5. No matter how hot the water is, you still be you. In fact, I'll just be pitying her on my bed. I'll be like, honey, come and sleep. Forget all this stuff. I should be like, no, I just have to give it my best shot. But when they now started saying she has to start coming to school too on Saturday, so I told her to stop. So I say, on how much? Woman, you know what? I'll pay you this. I'll pay you this 35,000 so that you can just stay. Let me just be seeing your face and all that. So I'm saying that to say that a lot of people, even in Abuja where things are very expensive, right? A lot of people are stuck with 40K jobs. You see people who have BScs, masters, they are stuck with 40K jobs. And Abuja is so expensive that they have to stay far, far, far away from town. Far, 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 before they can afford the accommodation. And tell me, even if they gather all your 40,000 times 12, that's still for 480,000. A normal how do they call it now? This room self-contained, a room that has, like a room self-contained in a place like, the normal places in town, you have to have 350, 400,000. To in Abuja. So just imagine that 300. If you want a really good place, self-contained, I'm not saying room and parlor, you need about 500,000. So, but when you now say you want a 1-bedroom flat, which is like the room and parlor, you start getting ready 600, 700. Imagine. So, if we gather all your 40K per month times 12, it's not even enough to get you a decent accommodation in a good location.
Yeah.
So that is why we are crying, we are making the noise that, look, freelancing. And we know the government cannot provide jobs for how many people? 22%, they can't. And it's not even the job of, how do I put it? It's not the job of government to provide jobs. They are just supposed to give us the enabling environment. Even though that one too, we are not getting it. Sometimes we struggle with internet. There was a time 6 months ago, I practically have 7 internets. Signed up with Etisalat, signed up with Enter, signed up with MTN, just to do simple videos like this. But eventually I think God just delivered me, and I'm now stuck to just one. So there are challenges even when it comes to enabling environment. But despite these challenges, we move, as young people say these days. Okay, so on to the final question. The final question is, how do I put it now? Final words for anyone considering freelancing as a career choice all over Africa. So, because we're going to be going out next year to really preach and evangelize about freelancing, because we know it's probably the best way out of poverty now in Nigeria, because you can actually engage clients abroad, earn in dollars, and spend here in Naira and live like a king. Your $1,000 in Nigeria is 500,000. Even in Abuja, if you're earning 500,000, you are going to live like a king. But if you're earning $1,000 in New York, you're a broke ass guy, because $1,000 can barely cover any basic bills in New York. So if you are trying to jackpot, this is a call for you to stay here, start and hone your freelance business, and you can take it from there. So what is your final word for anyone, anywhere, who eventually watches this video, who is an African that want to start freelancing as a career for the year 2022? What do you have to say as a final word?
Well, I would say the final word for anyone intending to be a freelancer is the freelance space is big, right? We are usually newcomers have this mindset or intimidation that okay, where would I start from? How do I make it there? I
Mm-hmm.
feel that mindset is a very wrong one because it
Mm-hmm.
not only brings you down, also don't make you see opportunities. So I would
Yeah.
say, no matter what you want to do as a freelancer, put your mind to it, be
Mm.
persistent, upskill,
Mm.
upskill on whatever you're doing. If you are a graphic designer, try and see how you can branch into other digital skills that can
Yeah.
get you more clients and more money.
Mm.
And also persistence. Yeah, I can't say I can't say that enough. That is persistence in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep going, and you're going to also try and improve in yourself because the world is changing,
I'm telling you.
and you also have to catch on with the change. So
Mm.
basically, that's just our into but and don't get discouraged. Basically,
Mm.
just keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and one day you'll be happy that you stuck onto whatever um, choice of skill you want to go into, and you'll be happy you did so.
Mm. Wow, Coach Kingsley, this has been a really, really, really amazing. You surpassed my expectations. With what you've shared so far, I think my students, the current and future, are already gingered to sign up so you can take them from zero to success on Fiverr. So the next time,
No
guys, the next
problem.
time you'll be seeing Kingsley, he'll actually be coming on a masterclass, live masterclass session, to give you all the tips he has, bag loads of tips, on how you can succeed. And if there's one takeaway
Sure.
I'm going to take from this session, even for myself, even though I already know also, it is the fact that consistency is the name of the game. That I put in my book Freelance Millionaire, the very last chapter, I put three quotes there by three famous people, and the truth of the matter is that they are all about success. The quotes were on success, and the key to success in those three quotes was consistency. Taking small efforts, but doing it consistently every day, making sure that you do this consistent. It's all about consistency, consistency, consistency. And, we've listened to Kingsley now for over 20, 30 minutes, and he keeps talking about that consistency, consistency, consistency. If you've watched my videos or signed up for any of my courses, there's only one thing I keep talking about: consistency. Keep pushing. In fact, this morning, I had to encourage a student who was saying, "Oh, I've done all. I'm still not getting my gig on Upwork." And I think the reason why she's overwhelmed is that everybody around her is saying, "I just got my gig. I just got my gig. I just..." So she's like, everybody's just saying they just got gig. When is my own time going to come? So she openly came out and said, "Oh, I think somebody said she got a gig." Then she said, "Oh, congrats, oh, but me, I'm feeling discouraged." So, and then we all had to go to her and say, "Look, your own success day will come." Before this person got her
Okay.
first gig, she was also in your situation. So be happy for people when they get their first gig. Instead of being discouraged, go to them and even ask, "What did you do differently to
Exactly.
get
That's
this
what I was
gig?"
about to say.
So learn the
Exactly.
process. Don't just envy people or be discouraged or feel like, God, when, or why me, or all these normal stuffs that we say in Africa. So instead of all of those stuff, just quickly go to that
Yeah,
person and
true.
say, "Okay, you just got your first gig. What did you do differently? What did you do?" And all that. And we always encourage our students, to be very supportive to other students. We know they are fast learners and slow learners. So encourage them to be supportive to other students. Because success for one is really success for all. So thank you so much, Coach Kingsley, for your time. I really,
Thank you,
really,
Coach
really,
Richmond.
really, really appreciate you. And guys, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.